Hey y'all, I'm Val with Our Forever Farm. It's kind of early today and Sweet Hunter wanted to get out and do some work before the heat started. I'm gonna make homemade blueberry muffins. We're gonna cut a watermelon and I'm probably gonna scramble some eggs, just something really simple. So I've got all my ingredients out except one thing, the blueberries. So I gotta go pick them. So this is what I found when I come outside my porch early in the morning. So I hadn't even turned my fountain on yet. But I wanted to show you my garden. I know you see it all the time, but the heat has really took a toll on it. But my garden is doing so good. So we're still getting tons of food from this garden. And several families have enjoyed picking from this garden and preserving food from this garden. It's really, truly been a blessing. You can see everything still looks good. The tomatoes are, you can tell the heat has got to them. Of course, I have to show you my beautiful flowers. I just think they're gorgeous. And look at the sunflowers, they're starting to bloom. They're so tall. I love them. They're just beautiful. Sunflowers and California giant zinnias are my favorite garden flower. I do put marigolds in there, but those are my favorite. That was figs you just saw. We have 3 little trees and it's just full. Here we go again. Is that not beautiful? Several bouquets of flowers have been picked from this too. I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. So these flowers were all planted from seed. I usually save my seeds, but I didn't have any of these last year, so I just ordered off Amazon. And you can find California giant seeds on there. And I usually order them in the winter where I'll have them in the summer. But this year I'll save all my seeds. This is Cherokee purple tomatoes right here. They are hanging everywhere. They are just beautiful. And this is me going back to the porch, getting ready to get busy. And I'm gonna pick some blueberries. I've picked several bags, Ziploc bags full of these, and I've froze them. I flash freeze them. I don't wash them beforehand. I just put them straight in the bags, and then I flash freeze them where I can get out what I need. And then I will wash them as I use them. Today I just needed 1 cup, so I just took my measuring cup out and just got busy. So we have several blueberry bushes, and they're all up next to the house. I've replanted some down away from the house, but the birds love these. So it's kind of like my sunflowers. They'll eat them and they'll love them, but I love my birds, and I have bird feeders around my garden area where I can watch the birds. So I'm going to get busy, and I'm going to cook some blueberry muffins. One of the desires of my heart has been to have a garden right outside my kitchen door, and now I've got it. He does give you the desires of your heart. To come out here and pick these blueberries to make muffins from scratch is a true blessing. Got that done. Before I left, I preheated my oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to spray my pan. It's going to be so easy. Y'all need to do this. It's delicious. So my pan's ready. I've got all my ingredients laid out, and I'm going to take you step by step because this is such an easy recipe. You don't have to go to the description box, although the recipe will be there. But I'm going to make it so easy. If you have blueberries on a bush, or if you have blueberries in your freezer, or if you have fresh blueberries from the grocery store, you can whip these up really quick. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to put in them and how to do it. So we're going to start out with 2 cups of self-rising flour. Next, we're going to add our sugar. Now, I've got a 1/2 cup sugar here, but I'm going to only add about half of it, so it calls for 1/4 cup, and then I top the muffins with that. Next is A tablespoon of baking powder, not baking soda, but baking powder. Next, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And that's all of our dry ingredients. So now you just stir the dry ingredients together really well. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of milk. I'm just using skim milk only because that's what I have. I'm going to use 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And I'm going to use 1 large egg. So when I bake something, I like to set my eggs out earlier to try to get them almost to room temperature, if not room temperature. So I'm going to slightly beat this egg. I don't know what it does, but when you have your eggs at room temperature, that's why it's so good to have fresh eggs if you can, because you can leave them on the counter if you haven't washed them. So I've slightly beaten this egg, and I'm going to add it to our bowl. So we've got all our dry ingredients, and we have all of our wet ingredients in the bowl, and we're just going to mix them up. You can use a whisk or whatever you want. So next we're gonna add our blueberries. Now these are fresh blueberries. Wash them really good. And you just wanna fold these in. You want a blueberry or 2 in each muffin at least. It's just a cup of blueberries. You can add more, and you can use any berry you want. Using the extra large muffin tins, so I'm just going to make 6 big muffins. Again, you want to make sure that your muffins are mixed together well, your batter. My blueberries have been just beautiful this year. Well, I was trying not to make a mess, and there I've already got it on the side. Trying to get all 6 muffin tins with some batter in them, and then I'll top it off if I have any left over. So I've had many messages asking me what new skill they can learn. Remember, we're preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Right here is you a new skill. We're cooking from scratch. Anything you cook homemade, anything you cook from scratch, and especially using fresh blueberries, that is a new skill. Learning a new skill, I'm telling you, it's what it's all about right now. Did you know you can also freeze these muffins? So after I bake them, if I have any left over, I will put them in the freezer. And then I just thaw and warm them up. These blueberry muffins by themselves with some butter, oh my goodness. It's a great Sunday morning quick breakfast. Building your pantry, filling your freezer, you're looking well to the ways of your household. Proverbs 31:27. So we've got that done, and remember the remaining sugar. So I'm just going to sprinkle this remaining sugar on the top of each blueberry. My kids used to love these blueberry muffins. You know, you can buy the package that has the blueberry muffins, and those are good. I don't know exactly what's in them. I've been told I don't cook healthy, so I guess it don't matter. Wasn't my garden beautiful, y'all? I just love it. So I've got the sugar sprinkled on top. I like to just kind of go, in case I did drip some, and just clean up my muffin tin. It all mixed up. It's ready to go in the oven. I want to be outside so bad because it's so nice out there. So we're going to set the timer for 25 minutes. It might take 30, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. In the meantime, I'm going to probably go cut the watermelon. So a sweet friend of ours bought this watermelon and shared it with us. He said it was a Georgia watermelon. I don't know where he got it. He told me, I can't remember, but it was delicious. So we moved our chickens into the big coop, and there'll be an upcoming video on that. I'm very excited, but they're gonna love me. So I'm gonna take them one of these rinds, and then I'm gonna freeze the rest so they'll have a frozen treat in this 90-degree weather. And now we're moving on to the eggs. I cannot wait to have my own fresh eggs. So the muffins are looking really good. I just checked them. Sweet Hunter, when he scrambles eggs, he puts milk in his. And it's really good. I don't normally do that, but I'm going to today. So I'm just going to scramble these up really good. I'm making cheese eggs. Very simple. I'm just going to add some milk. I'm going to stir that up. I keep putting my salt and pepper up, but I'm going to go ahead and put my pepper and salt in it. Yum. And I've got just a little bit of the shredded cheese. Of course, y'all know that if you shred it yourself, it's much, much better. But for convenience sake, I'm going to add the cheese in here. Just a very simple breakfast. So I'm heating my pan, and I'm just going to spray it just a little bit. It is a non-stick pan, and it works really well. But I am adding butter to it. I use real butter. I do not use the margarine at all. So, hey, I guess I am healthy. You know, it's funny. When you think about it, the way things used to be, real butter, they said was bad for you. Tallow was bad for you. Beef fat. Lard was bad for you. Now, everything's going back. They went to oils, different kind of oils. They're all bad for you. And now everybody's going back to the natural way, the way our grandparents used to eat. That's the way we like to eat, the way our grandparents used to eat. We just got a beef killed, and it's in the freezer. I asked for all the beef bones where I can make bone broth this winter. And so we'll be doing that. Oh, and if you see cucumbers here and my dehydrator here, what we're fixing to do is I'm making 7-day sweet pickles. If you haven't saw that video, I'll link it in the description box. That's the easiest way for me to do it. I've got a great video, I think, showing step by step how to do that. It's 7 days refrigerator pickles. This is out because I'm gonna make cucumber salt and vinegar chips, and I'll take you along on that. So our butter's melted. And our eggs are going in. I think our muffins will take another 8 minutes or so. They look really, really good. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for the prayers. They really mean a lot to us. For you that don't know, I broke my kneecap, broke my toe, just a basket case, but I'm good, doing good. And I also want to encourage you, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. It helps us a lot, and we really appreciate it. We work hard to share a little bit of our life with you, and we're nothing important, but it means a lot when you comment and like our videos. Thank you all. Eggs are done. I do them a little bit wet. That's the way I like them. And our blueberry muffins will be coming out just any second. Now at this point, if you want to put butter and more sugar, this would be the time, and I think I will. So we got our eggs, our blueberry muffins, and I'm gonna smother that with butter. And I'm just gonna leave them in the pan where they'll be good and warm. How good is that? I use salted butter. It always makes things good. I don't know why, but it does to me. I guess the salt. I've got just a little bit of sugar left over, and I'm just going to put it on the top. You do not have to do that. That is optional. And breakfast is done. So we don't eat a big breakfast every morning. Sometimes we just like simple things like this, and we usually eat it mid-morning. So I think these are cool enough for me to taste, and I wanted to do a taste test, but don't that breakfast look good? Just a simple breakfast. I told Sweet Hunter it's a breakfast of champions. The best blueberry muffins you'll ever eat. I promise you. You can open them up and put butter inside of them, make it even better. So the star of the show was the blueberry muffins. Y'all go cook something.